Have you ever gone through an exhibit and the only negative thing you gained from it was having to leave? Have you ever been so impacted from a split second of eye contact from a wild animal that it made you wish that you could stop the world from harming it? On this episode, I am very glad to bring you to the Zoo Knoxville's brand new Asian Trek. China, Indonesia, Tennessee. 2.5 acres of a different enclosed world. Their most substantial and well-coordinated presentation to date. Something completely new that will alter your perspective of the zoo. With only 5 state-of-the-art habitats for 4 animals, all facing some threat of extinction. The Asian Trek was a 2-phased, $18 million project. Elements of adventure for visitors and residents alike were added for mystery and a sense of revelation. With thrilling close encounters, aimed to bridge the gap between curiosity and conservation. This is where our trek begins. The access to the tiger forest opens with a sea of mist, blinding what's far in front. The fog points to the north and eventually reveals the first fauna, the white-naped crane. One of the world's tallest birds, reaching up to heights of 4 feet, weighing only 12 pounds, and being able to stretch their wingspan to 6.5 feet. To their right is the Temple of the Tiger, a viewing shelter and a close look at where the cats cool off on hot summer days. Being able to see their entire exhibit, sloping up beyond and around the mesh into a pool by itself. Notice, however, the mesh is well separated from the viewing, so we'll follow Tanveer to get an even closer look. This is the educational Tiger Pavilion, a guest plaza that intercepts the north and south tiger habitats. On the right, Asia Trek's largest, a 12,000 square foot yard that has some growing to do, but is spacious nonetheless. And to the left, an enclosed feature with climbing opportunities made of temple rock, with the underwater viewing placed on the inside. Depending on the situation, this is designed for anticipation. This is the Asian Trek's greatest gift, an opportunity to experience views that some would only call imaginable. The zoo is home to 3 Malayan Tigers, discovered long ago but not recognized as its own subspecies until 2004. They are an apex, yet critically endangered, with only 200 to 350 animals left in the wild and approximately 60 in zoos. A declining population by 25% in one generation. One of the biggest threats they face is being illegally hunted, as Malaysian wildlife is in high demand for their bones used for traditional medicine. Here, getting this close is almost nerving and even fearing. But for anyone that has this face-to-face encounter, it will make you gain even more respect for this big cat. On outside of the pavilion, as the path loops around the tiger forest, you're given 2 more views of the north habitat and 1 more of the south. In the distance is Phase 2, an $8 million addition, the multiple-leveled Longor Landing. A new 2,000 square foot layered habitat settled at the bottom of a steep hill, with many vantage points from below, through glass, and even a day room. A home for the Southeast Asian native silvered leaf longor, a completely new animal to the zoo. In the wild, they are only considered to be near threatened to extinction, but they are far less common in parks, only being displayed in 15 or so zoos around the world, with just over 50 individuals in America. It's a primate paradise here. However, we still aren't done. It's called Longor Landing for a reason, because this is only the base of Phase 2. It begins on the ground but expands upwards with a 450-foot-long trail. What you're looking at is what's called a flex habitat, a complex system of transparent tunnels that are suspended from 12 to 16 feet in the air. The animals can roam through 60 linear feet of these aerial tubes between two habitats depending on the day. Zoo Knoxville states because of the netting that encourages the apes to be above their observers, their ground space is actually smaller than their airspace. At the Asian Trek's very top are two more exhibits, with a 45-foot tall treehouse for guests and a 47-foot-long swinging suspension bridge that's 15 feet in the air, meeting the height line of the animals of the Gibbon Trails. The zoo's famous, and certainly far from shy, white-handed gibbons. At the very top of the hill, after confronting one of the world's largest cats and seeing primates in a whole new way, the trek comes to a close with one awarding panoramic view of it all. But because this next exhibit is smaller by itself and continues the Asian theme, I'm going to briefly show you the Red Panda Village, an exhibit that predates the Asian Trek by 10 years. It starts with what people refer to as one of the world's, if not the world's only walk-through red panda exhibit. But even though the panda's outer barriers are the same as your own, you don't actually share the same space. The middle of this small display gives you a look at their indoor day room. There's another meshed habitat to the left, and a hidden pocket behind it, containing the white-crested laughing thrush and the critically endangered Edwards pheasant. I also wanted to mention the Red Panda Village because not only is this animal the zoo's icon, but they are the world leader in red panda births, with 108 as of 2015. A grand project from a grand vision, the zoo's president says. The Asian Trek converted an old white rhino home from $18 million into something that they said would be completely unlike the rest of the zoo. They succeeded. Thank you for watching.